I miss my boyfriend when he was fat.
I am not Oop. Oop is you, bad orange apples. Original post. https www.reddit.com/r/trueoffmechest/comments/wn5oler/ I miss me boyfriend when he was fat/ UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOS SMF posted on r/trueoffmychest on August 13, 2022. I miss my boyfriend when he was fat. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. My boyfriend and I dated for 7 years. We're in our mid-20s now. I met him through his best friend in junior year of high school. It was love at first sight for me. He was on the overweight side, a little shorter than me, and his looks weren't that great to others. It was his personality that got me. He was so caring and sweet, and we shared the same sense of humor. He had a dorky smile that I adored so much. He would compliment on how pretty I did my makeup and notice the little changes like shade of lipstick, shape of eyeliner, an extra mole. I kept all the letters he wrote for me on our anniversaries. He was bullied several times and had major insecurities about himself. I stayed with him among those years and did my best to support him. I once told him I loved every part of him, and that there wasn't anything of him I wanted to change. He cried that day. 3 years ago we decided to buy a membership at the gym. We made a resolution that we would achieve a healthier lifestyle. We cleared out our pantries and changed our groceries to fully commit to our goal. We gave up several times, but reminded each other of our goal and went back on track. Fast forward, he's lost almost half his weight. He's very fit now, with nice pecs and tight abs. I couldn't be more proud of him. The problem is, he's like a new person. He's always either at the gym, at work, or went to bed early for his 8 hours of sleep. Whenever we're together, he comments on the food I eat, my weight. He constantly shows me the comments he gets from girls after posting shirtless body pictures, saying how he was hot and how they wished they could touch his abs. Like he was proud of it. He replied to one girl, telling her that she was free to feel his muscles anytime with a winky face. I confronted him, telling him it was disrespectful to say that when he had a girlfriend. And he tried to insist it was just a joke and called me insecure for it. He never tells me he loves me anymore. We're only intimate when he wants to. He only talks about his workout plan to me, and is uninterested whenever I tell him about my day. We don't go out on dates anymore because he's embarrassed of me, and thinks I would put a bad look on him because I'm not athletic. I'm 5'5" and weight 125 pounds. I screamed at him, telling him I dated him when he was double my size, and always defended him whenever people insulted him. He told me at least he made a change, and it's sad how I always stayed the same. He's became an asshole, and I'm in so much grief. I read the letters he used to write for me and cried for an hour. It feels like the man I was in love with died. After my lease ends, 2 months, I will cut him off. I thought I was going to marry this man, but now I don't think I could be with someone who will put me down after all those years of been supporting his insecurities. I'm so heartbroken. I miss the person who he was. TLDR. My boyfriend of 7 years who was sweet and overweight changed and became an asshole when he started going to the gym. Edit 1. Thank you all so much for the love and condolences. I don't think I'll be able to provide an update at this time, but I will do my best after 2 months. My heart goes to one and every one of you. Heart. Update within post. August 28, 2022. Update 1/08/28. Sorry for how lengthy this is. I've received one and every single lovely messages. You all have flooded my inbox. I'd like to say thank you for all the advice, for sharing your experiences, and for all the kindness. For those who went through the same situation as me. Remember, you're absolutely loved. Some of you have asked to see what we look like. I will not be showing any photos. Because we both have visible tattoos and I wouldn't want our identities figured out. Though I do have an update to share. 1. We've talked about searching for apartments before our lease is up. I told him I was thinking of moving back with my parents because of financial issues. He then asked to see my pay stubs, which I said no to. And we got into an argument about trust. We didn't talk for 2 days. But he ended up apologizing to me while I was sleeping. I believe he's starting to catch on. Because he's suddenly becoming more affectionate with me, snuggling me up and telling me that he can't wait for our next apartment. And that he wants to live in a house with me one day. I know this is probably just a temporary act, but I can't help but feel bad. I can't leave him yet, because the lease is under both of our names and the security deposit is mine. I have notes in my phone to remind me of how he made me feel. And it helps remind me that I need to leave this sucker for good. As of right now, he's still insisting that we continue living together. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Again, thank you for the love and support.
Sorry for how disorganized this is. I don't make Reddit posts that often and don't know how to properly indent them. I am not Oop.
And we got into an argument about trust. We didn't talk for 2 days. But he ended up apologizing to me while I was sleeping. Cold sweat smile.
5 feet 5 inches and 125 pounds is healthy. WTF, she's gotta run as soon as the lease is up.
It feels like the man I was in love with died. I'm currently going through this. It hurts so much when the person you love changes and are no longer that person. You keep searching for them. You think that they have to be in there somewhere. How could they have forgotten who you were to them? The work you put in. The love you gave. If they haven't forgotten, how can they not care? It's heartbreaking. This is so heartbreaking to read. Kudos to her for keeping notes and not falling for his love bombing. Hope she powers through it and breaks up with him once the lease is up. This is sad. I hope Oop decided to take a step back and not live together anymore. BF clearly has stuff to work through and she doesn't deserve to deal with his behavior. The second she signs a new lease with him, he would go back to treating her like dirt. She needs to run from the love bombing. Sounds like he already cheated on her anyways. Anyone get the sense that this man is cheating already? Guy is an idiot who knows little about health and fitness if he is critiquing Oop's weight at that height. Hope if she stays he gets his head out of his SS if she doesn't leave. He didn't appreciate what he had. As soon as she leaves, how much you wanna bet he'll be on here posting somewhere like, I lost the love of my life, what do I do? Quote. He only changed his tune cause he doesn't want to be stuck paying rent and utilities and groceries by himself. I think it's smart that she wrote how she felt about him on her notes app. Because his current self will probably change once she signs the lease with him. It's interesting to see folks who become mean and judgy when they glow up after weight loss and healthy changes. I actually got very resentful of the attention I received. And lots of people who were unkind or ignored me prior to the loss would act confused and surprised when I wasn't as keenly interested in them. One dude at my work told me I was like actually hot now. Like actually hot. Dude was always a jerk, but it was like I now showed up on people's radars. And I hated it. I was confident on my own and felt good about my progress, but I disliked how openly people objectified me. Missed the safety of being the chubby, funny, nerdy friend who happens to be a girl. Quote. Bletch. I hope Oop sticks to separating People who get mean when they think they could do better usually don't come around for a long time, if at all. 5 feet 5 inches and 125 pounds isn't even close to being overweight. No wonder American women and girls have body issues and disordered eating. He tried to insist it was just a joke. It's never a joke. Good thing she's making notes. Love bombing is a powerful thing. I wish it was more common to do that. There was a crosspost on r. Am I the Devil a month or so ago about someone who kept a list of this type of stuff. People were tearing her apart for what was essentially a private diary of pros and cons. This is why it's a toss-up when dating in your 20s. Either your so is going to stay the same person and you can build a life, or they're going to change into a different person as they discover who they want to be. Doesn't always end the relationship, but sometimes the changes are drastic. Source: one girl moved out after finishing school. 2 years. The next decided to go back to school and lose 150 pounds and I didn't fit into that plan. 3 years. I don't fault either. Just life. Live and learn. And hopefully find someone to build with. After the last girl I am trying to turn my life around, starting my 30s too. Started college. Lost 40 pounds. Quit smoking. Etc. For what it's worth, this dude just sounds like an asshole though. Definitely taking full advantage of being desirable for the first time. Bummer for Oop. Huge props for Oop for doing what needs to be done. Just one more time insecurities get the better of someone and they become an asshole. What a dickhead. Loses a bit of weight, then immediately gets a giant head. He's going to lose the girl that cares about him to be with someone that's probably just superficial and likes him cause abs. He'll learn the hard way, it seems. There is a strong chance she's being love bombed, but there is also a possibility the guy is coming to his senses. People are allowed to make mistakes and learn from them. She doesn't have to stick around for it, but it's understandable if she decides 6 months. Timeline of his becoming an asshole is a little hazy. Of awfulness in a 7-year relationship if forgivable. Formerly fat people can be, in my experience, some of the most disgustingly fatphobic, jerkish people when it comes to fitness and health. IDK what it is. Maybe it's that they're finally thin, and now all of those feelings and thoughts and hate they directed at themselves need somewhere else to go. Maybe they feel like if they did it, that means everyone else who isn't able to or even trying to get thin is somehow less than them. It truly baffles me that someone can go through being fat, can know what it feels like to be judged as gross, greedy, and sick based on a single, less than a second glance, and then turn around and become exactly the kind of ass who tormented them before they lost weight. On a more serious note, it sounds like OOP's BF is a bit gym obsessed. It sounds like it's consuming his whole life. And I am worried about how he might spiral if he ends up being in the about 9,095% of people who do gain back weight that they lost after losing it. It sounds like an awful lot of his worth is tied up in his appearance now.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.